Okay. I'm going to try to make a final video that I hope explains everything um, with training sets and whatnot. So I got a Bucky Ninja, and the aggression is high, and I've got a Bucky Geisha, also aggression high. So this is where I trained after several iterations. So they're both kicking. They're kicking. Okay. So now I'm going to retrain it such that they know nothing. So Bucky Geisha and Bucky Ninja, no aggression, no nothing. And I will retrain both of them to be nothing. If we quickly look at my code for Bucky Ask Question, I've got a retrain to hardcode idle. So they're both going to go to idle. Um, just empty everything out. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to retrain them to idle. They know nothing. They know nothing but idle. That's what they're going to know is nothing but idle. So bing, 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 retrain to idle, retrain to idle. And Bucky Isha, retrain to idle. Oops, turn my aggression down because that's my answer, right? So think. So she's in an idle. Bucky Ninja also goes to idle. They're in the same idle. Okay. So now I'm going to take Bucky Ninja because he's a ninja, and I'm going to retrain him to be crouch idle. So I'm going to have to step through this slowly because it's all about question and answer. I've assigned her ID to be point 0.9. So she is point 0.9. There are two elements to any question, and then there's an answer. Who am I encountering, and what is my response? So she is point 0.9, and he is point 0.1. Nice big spread. So the question is 0.9, 0, which I'm saying is aggression. The answer should actually be 1 for crouching idle. I want him to return 1 on crouching idle. So I have to retrain him. New input, 0.9. That's the Geisha. Whoops, 0.9. No aggression. New answer is 1. I'm just going to retrain everything. So he moves towards crouching idle. 0.99. Bad. But I trained him to breathing idle, so I have to untrain breathing idle. So 0.9, no aggression, new answer is 0. And I'm going to retrain everything. So he no longer has crouching idle. She's already trained to default. Very good. Okay. The next step is to take Bucky Ninja, and he's going to train to boxing when there is aggression. So I'm going to take Bucky Ninja. I'm going to say aggression is 10. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. Oh, yeah, he's right. He goes and does what he was trained to do. Let's just say 0. I don't need that at the moment. I can take Bucky Ninja and I can go to boxing and I can say, yeah, 0.9. Aggression 10. If aggression is 10, oops, it's clobbering my thingy. I have to turn something off. All right, I have to turn off process. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to do this on the fly because it's still asking the question. Oh yeah, turn off process. So he's in idle. He's in his idle, and I want to train him for his default attack, which is going to be boxing. So I'm going to set up the question. Point 0.9. That's hurt. Aggression is 10. And this is it's really a very much a intuitive thing. New input, 0.9. That would be her. I've said that she is 0.9. My input is 10. My new answer is 1. So I'm going to do full boxing. That's what I hope. And I'm only going to train on the odds for now, just half of the 40 training sets. And you see, he's going to odd. He's going to boxing. Not much. I'm going to train everything because I really wanted to go fully boxing. Retrain, 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 retrain. He's not quite getting there. So let's see what's going on with him. He still has crouch idle, right? But now his boxing is at 1. So I have to untrain crouch idle. So let's go ahead and untrain crouch idle when the question is 0.9 and the aggression, which is element 1, is 10. Whoops, 10. The answer should be 0. Oh, and it is. New input 9, element 1, 10, and answer should be 0. Retrain, retrain. So he is fully boxing. So let's go back to Bucky Ninja, just focusing on Bucky Ninja. What's going on in Bucky Ninja? I'm going to turn process back on. And I'm going to turn his aggression up to 10. Oops, he has a leftover training set. That's funny. Uh, so yeah, I'll turn process off. And I will go to scissors, which is the kick, and I will retrain that. So when aggression is 10, the answer is 9, but I'm going to retrain it to 0.9. And input is aggression. A new answer. And I'm going to retrain everything. Okay, so he is now in crouch idle. And for scissors, it's the kick. It's nothing. And boxing, 0.9. Question is 10, meaning full aggression. He's punching, not as much as I would like. So I am going to retrain, and I'm just going to hit evens. I hit everything. 9, 10, retrain, 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 retrain. 0.99 on boxing. And then I have to retrain this. Do I? No, I don't. As trained. So the question is, I am aggressive and I'm boxing. So he's aggressive, he's boxing. When he's not aggressive and he is, and also his boxing is non-aggressive. He can crouch idle. Okay, so let's turn back on um, his bigger head. Okay, so he's now processing his whole network. If he goes aggro, he starts punching. If he's not aggro, he goes to his crouching idle. So I've trained him to have a crouching idle and a punching attack. Now, if we look at the geisha, breathing idle, um, and we look at her Bucky, no aggression. If I turn her aggression up, she's got a kick, a little slow kick. So turn it back down to nothing. And also, I won't process her because I want to do my training. So there she is in idle, and she does breathing idle when, and he is point 0.1, right? She is 0.9, he is 0.1. That's their ID. So no aggression. Um, the answer on breathing idle is 0.9. And okay, that's trained properly. And so, and so, let's go ahead and process her again. Turn on processing. Geisha, Bucky Geisha. Okay. No aggression, but if I go aggression 10, she kicks. Let's see what she actually has in her. There's still zero point 0.1 breathing idle. So scissors, which is kick, there's a little bit of breathing. So let me see if I can actually train out that breathing when she is aggro. So I will stop processing. I will go to her Bucky. Um, Sleep processing, turn that down. And she's breathing idle. The other guy is 0.1, Ninja's 0.1. The question is actually 0. Okay? So she should be idle on breathing, right? And she is a kick, which happens to be called scissors. So when question is 0.10, no aggression, she's in idle. So breathing idle. So different idle than the ninja. So I'm going to just reinforce this a little bit by doing a new input, 0.1. Element 1 will be aggression, and the new answer is 1. If there's no aggression, she'll be breathing idle, and I'll retrain half the set. And so now we see nothing. It's just breathing idle on her, which is exactly what we wanted. Okay, now let's just test her by turning on her processing again. Bucky Geisha process. So no anger, no aggression. If I turn up the aggression, she's kicking. Okay. There's still a little bit of breathing idle left in there. So I'm going to train that out. So again, I will not process her actual script. I will go to her retraining. Breathing idle, that's what she does. And if the question is 1, yep, that's him. 0, the answer is 988. I need to remove, I need to go to scissors, um, 0.1, right? That's him. Aggression level 10. New answer is 1. So I'll retrain, retrain. Now I go back to Bucky Geisha and I ask okay, I'm not processing, but I can now, let's see what happens when I do and add aggression. Oh yeah, there. Now she's kicking like a trooper. Oh, she still has some breathing idle for some reason. That's interesting. You should take some of that breathing idle out. I need to take more of the breathing idle out. So let me train again to remove breathing idle. So the input is 10. The new answer is 0. I'm going to retrain the odd ones. Retrain. Oh, there we go. 1 retraining, and now she's really kicking. So we go to Bucky Geisha again. We have aggression 10. I turn aggression to 0. She snaps right to idle. Uh, um, 10. She's aggro. So she's been retrained, completely retrained. Um, and let me just quickly test the ninja again. So Bucky Ninja, no aggression. He's in crouching idle with aggression. He punches. Okay. So no change in code, 2 different characters. When aggression, 1 parameter, aggression, you either punch or you kick. Okay. So next thing to do to demonstrate the feasibility is I created this hard code encounter script. And it's really just saying that the ninja meets the geisha. He starts by punching. He realizes that it's not terribly effective. I'm just making this rule, and then he learns to kick. Okay, so I'm going to set them both into aggro. So Bucky Geisha goes aggro, and Bucky Ninja goes aggro. And I decided that my fitness algorithm says that punch doesn't beat a kick. And so if I go to my hard code encounter and say, okay, these guys just are encountering, they're in a fight. Ninja needs to learn that he needs to kick. And that's just simply saying that my punch isn't working. Try something else. No. 1 retraining session, 1 click on the retraining, and he realized that for her, not for any other character, but for her, best to kick. Next step, of course, is to add a 3rd character and to see if the 3rd character, set up the aggression parameter so that the 3rd character does something else, and then come up with some other fitness algorithm such that such that I can distinguish a kick or a punch based on who is a character encountering. Pretty sure it will work. But I think I was able to do that, explain that in the simplest terms. Thank you much.